Here is the Merry Trees bundle. You've got the Merry Trees 6x6 stamp set, the coordinating dies plus a couple pieces, and then the Merry Trees stencils. So on the back of the packaging for both the dies and the stencils, it gives you some ideas on how you can use all of the products in coordination with the stamp set. So as you can see on the dies, you have the line of trees. This cuts out this line of trees right here, as well as the trees that you can create with the stencil. You will have the large Merry, which cuts out the thin lined letters for the large Merry here. And then you have this line of trees right here, which is an exact size replica of the trees that are on the stamp set. So you can stamp your trees or you can cut them out. So let's look at a few cards made using this bundle. Up first on this card, I stenciled all of the trees. There are 2 stencils in the stencil pack. All right, so as you can see, each line of trees is numbered. You've got 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. So you can choose different colors for each one of these applications. And then on the stencil itself, you have the etched design, so that after you've stenciled on those first 3 trees, you can use the etched design to line it up over what you've already inked. So in the end, you have a perfectly positioned line of trees. So that's exactly what I've done right here. And then I took this little freeform tree decoration stamp, and it's sized perfectly to go right over these 4 trees. So that's how I use the stencil and the stamp set together. As far as the greeting here goes, I stamped the inline Merry in Versamark ink and then white heat embossed on poppy cardstock. And I did the same thing with the And Bright Holiday Wishes, just a little bit of white embossing powder on top of evergreen cardstock. By the way, this long little die right here is the perfect size to cut out all of these smaller sub-sentiments. So I cut that out and then just with scissors, cut this off at an angle. This next card is all about that line of die cut trees. Remember this die right here that will cut out all those trees. I just cut out a bunch of trees out of different colors of cardstock, including red glitter and also gold cardstock. And then I popped up some on a little bit of foam tape, and others I glued directly to the card front. And then I've got my stamped greetings right here and then trimmed out. This next card uses the Merry Trees words. I've done that inline white embossing on top of eucalyptus cardstock, cut it out with the dies. I used the Merry Christmas greeting and I used that long die to cut it out. And I've also paired it with a couple other products from the release. We've got the Winter Berries die as well as the Gift Bows die. This last one is a lot of fun. I stamped the large inline Merry in poppy ink on ballet slipper cardstock. I also used this diagonal stripe stamp from the Merry Greeting Builder stamp set. So as far as the Merry Trees go, I stamped these trees first in some parsley ink, and then before I moved that stamp out of my MISTI, I inked up the bottom of the trees with some evergreen ink and then stamped the bottom. So I've got a little bit of a gradient going from a light green to a dark green. And then as far as those little dots go, I just used a white gel pen to add a little bit of details on top of those trees. So that is the Merry Trees Stamps, Dies, and Stencil Pack. Hope you enjoyed. Can't wait to see what you create.